Hey guys, how's it going? Desi is here with another video, and today I want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV once again. I made a video pretty much exactly 2 months ago talking about my first impressions of the game and doing a little bit of a comparison and contrast with World of Warcraft, the differences between the two games. In this video, I just kind of want to talk about my experiences with Final Fantasy since that moment. I made that video when I was about 3/4 of the way through A Realm Reborn, the base main story quest, and at this point in time I have just finished Shadowbringers 5.3. So I've been playing the game a good amount, I'd say, and I kind of just wanted to talk about my time playing it since July 16th, pretty much exactly 2 months ago since the last time I uploaded that video. And the game has just been phenomenal. With my experience, I've been maining a Dragoon the whole time. I've been leveling a Dark Knight and just some other classes, but my Dragoon is the highest job I have. But other than that, the story itself has just been phenomenal. Where I was in A Realm Reborn, I honestly really enjoyed A Realm Reborn for what it was. I think it was a great introductory to building the world and building the story from the ground up, and I really appreciate how the game took a lot of time in order to develop these characters, because in A Realm Reborn, there were some characters that I wasn't really fond of right off the bat. For example, Elfino. I didn't really like his character in most of A Realm Reborn, especially when he was first introduced. I just thought he was kind of snobby, and I didn't really like his character. And he's one of my favorite characters now in Shadowbringers. And since then, finishing A Realm Reborn and going into Heaven's Ward was a really, really cool experience. I really enjoyed Heaven's Ward. I just thought the narrative and just the world building in itself was extremely cohesive, and it just felt the most homely out of all of the story, I feel like, because one of the most vivid memories I have of going through Heaven's Ward was traveling with Astinian and Ysael and Elfino, going to speak with Nidhogg's brother, Hrelsvelgar, and spending the night at a campfire and collecting wood and all that. It just felt very homely, and it just felt like you were really going on this adventure with these people, and they were developing the characters, and I really enjoyed that aspect. And the whole narrative of Heaven's Ward from beginning to end was, I loved it. The post story, defeating Nidhogg, and by the way, there will be spoilers, I'll say that right off the bat, I'll edit that in, but defeating Nidhogg and having the Dragon Song theme play while you get Hrelsvelgar's eye was just it was really powerful, in it. I felt raw emotion while I was watching some of these cutscenes, and I never really felt like that before when I was playing a video game. When I watched shows or certain movies, I would feel an emotional connection to the characters, and sometimes I would get emotional and I might shed a tear at a sad scene or just something that reaches out to you emotionally. And I felt that multiple times going through this story. I felt like I was in the story, and I was seeing every step these characters went along the way with me, and how they changed slowly over time, and just seeing your character and kind of putting yourself in that place and becoming that character in the story. It really allowed me to immerse myself and really feel the emotion, which I've never really felt before while playing a game, besides The Witcher 3, where I felt emotionally invested as well. But this game is by far the most fun and just the most like enriching experience I've ever had with going through a story in a game. It's just phenomenal. Leading up through Heavensward and into Stormblood, listening to the community, they were saying how Heavensward is great, Stormblood is good, Shadowbringers is perfect, like really good. And unfortunately, I kind of let those sentiments get to my head while I was going through Stormblood. So at some points, I was just trying to get through it because I really wanted to get to Shadowbringers. But as a rule for myself, I didn't skip any quests in the main story quest line. From Realm Reborn to finish, I have read every single quest dialogue. I never skipped anything because I just wanted to really experience this story for what it is and just give it the honest playthrough. And I'm really glad I did, because Stormblood was, I feel like it was a very, very good adventure. Like going through all of the zones, experiencing all of the territories that the Empire has taken over, and meeting Lord Hien, and like just reclaiming these territories slowly over time, as well as being alongside other characters and learning more about the world and going through all these really, really cool trials and dungeons. Like, I think Stormblood had like the best trials in my opinion, other than the main endpoint trials in Heavensward and Shadowbringers. I think Stormblood had the most unique fights, and I really enjoyed my time there. I think the story was less impactful and like kind of cosmic and symbolic than Heavensward and Shadowbringers, simply because it was a more dialed down story, kind of about how the Warrior of Light was able to pretty much win a war for everyone. It was just a story about how the Warrior of Light has become such a powerful entity that he can change the tides of war for even the Empire. Like, even the Empire can't really compete. And with the introduction of Xenos Galvus, I really, really enjoyed him as an antagonist. I just liked how his nature, like, he just had that raw, primal, pun intended, just like he got entertainment out of killing people. He just did it for the rush. You knew what his intentions were. He did it. He killed people because he wanted a challenge, because he was already super powerful, and there wasn't really anyone who could stop him, and until he met the Warrior of Light, and he really took a liking to the character because he could stand, or he or she could stand their ground, and Xenos really wanted that challenge, and he often referred to killing the Warrior of Light as the hunt, like, and he called us a friend, and yeah, it was a really cool dynamic. Like, I really felt engaged and intrigued in his sentiment behind why he just kills. Like, he's just a psychopath. He does it for his own entertainment, pretty much. And he will be around in Endwalker, I'm sure, or maybe we defeat him in the end of Shadowbringers MSQ. I don't know yet. But damn, it was really, really good. And going from Stormblood to Shadowbringers was my favorite moment going through this whole story, because I watched that Shadowbringers trailer right after I finished the Stormblood MSQ. Oh my god, that trailer was so good. Like, the music, just everything going on within it, like, it really encapsulated me. And I just could not wait to go through Shadowbringers. And I kind of took a little break before going through Shadowbringers because I just didn't really want to burn myself out. And honestly, going through the MSQ at the pace I did, which was pretty fast, I just didn't want to be burned out, and I didn't want the story to all blend together and feel like I just went through it way too fast and I didn't really get a good whole experience out of it. So I just took a break, and I also went on vacation and just like reset my mind from the game. And also I did the animal weapon grind for Heaven's Ward because I just really wanted to try out a relic quest line to see what it's like, because a game I used to play and still play sometimes called EverQuest, they had these really long quest lines called the Epic quest line for each class or job in Final Fantasy. Each class would have a long quest line to get a weapon for that specific class. And the quest lines were extremely long, multiple steps, with a lot of story. And I just really enjoyed doing those quests and unlocking those weapons. So when I learned that there were relic quest lines for Final Fantasy XIV, I really enjoyed that. So I went through the Anima quest line, tons of grinding for poetics. That was pretty much it. You needed like 15,000 poetics. I did that. I got the weapon, and I really enjoyed doing that quest line for what it was. However, I wish the quest lines were more like oriented towards this specific job, but I know that would just be way too much to do since like they have so many jobs and so many trade skills or professions in this game. And yeah, I think it's really cool that like each job has its own individual weapon that you can unlock through the quest line. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing more relic quests for different classes, and yeah, I think that's a really cool aspect of the game. But yeah, when I went into Shadowbringers, I just like, wow. The story was excellent. The characters were written perfectly. I really couldn't predict what would happen. Like I kind of knew, all right, this person's probably gonna go, this person, we're gonna win. But the process of getting to that point was really emotionally investing. And especially the post MSQ for 5.3 was just written so well, and you really felt for the characters. And I've never felt that way for a game before. Like, the story to me is more than just a game. It's like reading a book and just really enjoying the literature and the writing and the motivations of the characters, but through this medium of consuming, of entertainment, you're able to visualize it clearly than ever and be a part of it while playing the game. Like, you have your own place within the story, and with the story, with as much dialogue and as much attention to detail as it has, it delivers it perfectly. And I finished 5.3 yesterday, and it was excellent. It was really good, and it was emotional, it was exhilarating, it was like, it just invoked so much. And that's all I ever hoped for, was just to have a really good experience and just a thoughtful and provoking story that makes you think about it even when you're not playing. That makes you think about the choices and the decisions that these characters have made, as well as what is to come, and to just really analyze it and just have it be a meaningful story. Because to me, this game it's an MMO, you play with other people, you can do all these social activities and level up and progress, but the fundamental basis of this game is the story, without a doubt. It is the heart of this game. I got the... Anyway. But yeah, I have 5.4, 5.5, then I'm watching the Endwalker trailer. Already pre-ordered that because I really have just been enjoying the experience of playing this game, and I'm really happy that I found this game, and I'm just looking forward to playing more and getting more out of the story and just progressing new jobs and learning more about the game. And yeah, it's a good time. I'm satisfied. So yeah, I just want to make a little follow-up video. Yeah, have a good rest of your day or night or morning, wherever you are in the world. Take it easy.